All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to ESA Siege's EU Invite Series. Tonight, I am an American voice for the EU cast, as I'm Cherish, and joining me tonight is my man Taffer. How are you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing pretty well. I live in the EU though, so this is more towards the late of the night there. So let's hope this doesn't go too late because that's gonna annoy my neighbors. But
yeah, exactly. Casting late always annoys my neighbor as well, especially because of my thin walls. So tonight we've got Pride eSports versus Infinity eSports for our first match coming up. And then in about 2.5 hours, hopefully, on schedule at 8:30 Central European time, we've got Team Yokai versus Timber eSports. So I don't think either of us are familiar with these teams really. So
no, not really.
It's pretty nice I would think, to go into a match with like a blank slate in a way, not really expecting much from either team, and just letting everything play out as it would, however they would like to. As we're gonna see theme park, consulate, villa, and I'm trying to remember the last one all of a sudden because I didn't pull it up. No, clubhouse was not banned. No,
Yeah, theme park was the last map. Wait, what maps did you say? You said
Coastline. That's the one I'm forgetting. Coastline, yeah. Consulate, theme park, and villa are the bans. We're gonna see border, cafe, and clubhouse here. Pretty interesting. I would think that clubhouse was chosen as the decider instead of the second map, but I think it's cool that Infinity is pretty comfortable enough on cafe to pick it over clubhouse.
So, I mean, yeah, no. When I think about it myself, like a cafe is, in my opinion, more interested in clubhouse. So seeing it early is, in my opinion, more interesting in this case.
Mm-hmm.
Clubhouse is a very very weird way of attacking. I've noticed like a lot of teams either just attack like a lot of straight line attacks. Nobody like in cafe they actually like to spread around and try to take them from like try to like circle them like cattle and stuff like that. Try to pick them off one by one. It becomes very interesting. But border is gonna be fun. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Such a small map. It's gonna be.
I think especially going off that idea of straight lines on cafe, clubhouse rather, because clubhouse is it's so reliant on everyone staying on site. It just allows the attack to do the same thing over and over. Really, border is pretty different because nowadays we're seeing a lot more like wider holds, like up in armory. There's a lot of teams that will run through the offices or even into CCTV. Some teams will have started picking bathroom tellers as their third site, as opposed to the other one, custom supply. There we go.
Yeah.
And they will hold that pretty wide, either into vents or upstairs, most likely. So I mean, it's definitely in that same idea as cafe, in that you want to try and herd the defenders back to the site more or less. But
yeah.
So
Especially, but like even defenders right now don't really have a problem with it, especially since Siege is more reliant. Defenders are more reliant now on a lot of gadgets to stop everything. You have Wamai and Jaeger, who if you would let them both get played at the same time, you're not getting any grenades inside the point. Like they will either get destroyed or pulled back. It's interesting, but I've actually seen some teams. Probably I don't know if it's on this league, but I've seen some teams actually pick bathroom tellers first.
Oof.
And the thing is because if they just put enough pressure on the second floor, the attacking team will never actually push into the actual site. It's weird to see. It's like because it's more about controlling office than controlling the site.
That's true. Yeah. So, like you said, it's really focused on that upstairs. A lot of teams will play it almost like it's armory lockers. Even they'll try and put just so much focus in that area alongside the offices, and a lot of teams sometimes will struggle attacking that just because they try and still think of it as attacking that site rather than prioritizing attacking the upstairs to the down. But yeah, really fast, we're gonna see some rosters as we're waiting for the last ready ups from Infinity. For Pride, we have Leo, Saint, Blue, Sleepy, and Knight. And on Infinity, we have Chuma, Shiftang, Demantis, Hazard, and Thing. As now we're going to be jumping into Border right here. As interesting as it would be, I don't think we're going to see that bathroom tellers first from Pride. It's pretty crazy to think of, but especially on how attacker sided this map has become, I wouldn't. It does help to throw off the attack and potentially give yourself an early round lead and an early idea, but you still don't want to try and lose out any defense rounds if you can help it.
Yeah, definitely. Maverick Pan coming in first, though, trying to just get rid of those grenades, since Maverick is very powerful right now. I still don't know why they gave him frag grenades, but I guess you just want one of the most powerful operators in the game. But taking him out early is pretty good. Also, Capital coming in, so pushing any site is gonna be a bit harder now. Capital's bolts do have very big effect on, roamers especially. Just trying to hide in CCTV is gonna. Is it security room or CCTV?
I think it's properly called security, and I think everyone just calls it CCTV.
Because global callouts is okay. Let's just call it CCTV then. But anyway, so hiding behind the table in CCTV is just absolutely impossible if the other team is Capital. But yeah, Mira coming in from the first defense ban and then Echo, obviously. If they didn't ban Echo, they would have to run IQ every single round.
Yeah.
Which they probably will, anyway. But
yeah, a lot of teams have defaulted usually into pretty much this similar attack setup as it is already. Usually you'll see the Zofia instead of the Ashe, just because she brings so much more utility than the Ashe, as well as, like you said, that IQ instead of the Nomad. But there's nothing really too interesting coming out here from either side, as Pride is gonna, or Saint rather, is gonna be pulling out Goyo at least. So starting to work our way into what's been affectionately called the 20-second meta. Just so much utility that needs to be taken out from these defenses now.
There's been a lot of calls from many people to just lower the amount of gadgets defenders have, especially with Jaeger. And the supposed Jaeger nerf that's on the test servers right now doesn't seem like it's enough for some people. And others are just crying because they're Jaeger mains. But
all of G2 right now is not too happy that all of their Jaegers are 2-2 now, but
they're 5 Jaeger mains.
Exactly. 4 Jaegers and a smoke. That's probably the best way to put it.
There was a There was a thing with I watched Intero when he talked about it, and he said like people roam with Doc, like it doesn't make any difference if Jaeger's 2-2.
Yeah.
Like it's
Exactly. If people want it to happen, it'll happen. And the problem isn't with Jaegers roaming at all. Even sure, I mean, like you said, people will roam with anything. Mozzie's a 2-2, and he roams around like you and Intero said. Even Doc is a 3 armor, and he is running around the entire map. I know plenty of people play them very aggressively, so we're gonna see some aggression here come out from the Ashe pretty early on as she entered into the building, but then she's just gonna run out. So blue is not gonna see very much contention, but Hazard has made his way into security, actually, as that was not at all contested.
It's surprising. You usually do contest security, but we do have a lot of bandit tricking going on over there. So that's
that active bandit tricking is going to do a number on things, thermite charges. As Shiftang, I think, got in a gunfight with blue and definitely came out worse for wear. They're going to be able to push the bandit off the wall as now blue has shifted upstairs and actually gets taken down from on top of the rappel. Thanks to Chuma, who picks up the first frag for his team, as now the Maestro is going to take a gunfight here. Not going to lose it out just yet, but there he goes, Chuma with a double round. That's Maestro down already, and that's only a minute and a half into the round that he's gotten picked off. So, that's pretty rough here for the side of Pride. They have gotten Chuma and Shiftang down to just about 25 or lower, though, so that's good on them.
Yeah, I don't really know why they even, like, blue died to Chuma there, and I don't know why he repeaked. Like, repeaking such a tight angle will basically just spell your death in a row. Okay, well, there goes the third kill to Chuma.
Yeah, Chuma able to pick up a third. Leo gets Shiftang what remained of him, as now Chuma's looking for the ace on round 1 already. The plant has gone down thanks to Thing. It's all up to Leo, who is on 1 bullets of health, and the ace comes out for Chuma. Round 1. What a way to say good morning, or good evening rather, in Europe.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, what a way to start out the round already.
Yeah, well, losing. I forget what that call is. I think it might be sandwich or something like that. There's like a term for it, but like losing that spot is super crucial. Like controlling that spot is super crucial when you're holding armor in this case. Like if you don't get control of that window, you will basically lose half of the sight, like of a side in this case. And that's usually why a lot of defenders, when they go second floor, they bring a castle with them.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you have a castle and a mute in the same spot, it will actually hold. Nobody can open that window at that point, except if they do some trickery downstairs. But basically, that was a one-man army basically, and that's it.
Exactly.
I don't know. But yeah, second floor again. But no castle, so let's see if Chuma will actually do the same thing and get all the kills from the window once again.
Yeah, like you said, if you can't get that guy off that window in any way, it definitely cuts off the sight. And we saw Saint try and jump out on him, but not enough info to take down the Nomad, even though she was on about 25 or so. He was able to play most of that round on just blinking HP.
Yeah, definitely.
Him.
Yeah.
As like you said, we're gonna see the same setup, the same operators from both sides, as I think blue downstairs almost finding the bad end of the Buck's barrel, but he's able to rotate out at least and make it into this customs area, hanging around on the baggage check lines, I guess. As now Demantis is gonna try and figure out where the mute has gone. He's getting very aggressive down there, actually.
Yeah. This actually might be the answer in this case, because having some kind of presence anywhere that isn't on site is Well, it creates a lot of paranoia, especially for attackers in this case. And yeah, Chuma isn't going for that window right now. Or I see actually. No, it doesn't look like
I think he's just lurking around for now. He might be
Yeah.
looking for the bus first, probably.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like...
Yeah. Just blue existing in this case is already a turn from not going to that window.
Yeah. Yeah, they know blue is down here too, as he might actually look for the run-out peek. He does fire a single bullet and does not hit anything. Now, I think this is pretty safe play too from Infinity here, which is good from them, as they're going to try and push out Leo here. He doesn't take any damage from that breaching round, thankfully, but now blue is playing very aggressive with the Goyo downstairs, as Leo is able to pick up one with his own TCSG. That's Hazard going down. Demantis is going to swing in and clean up blue, so that's at least a 1-for-1 there. But the first pick came down onto Hazard, so those Maestro cams, especially without the Ash rounds, are going to stick up. Leo does go down, able to be refragged there by Shifang, as now the bubble is going to be taken down as well. Saint goes down. And now it's a 2-on-4 with Chuma still hanging on this window. It's just up to the Jaeger, who does make it out until he finds Demantis. So it looked like a good start.
It did, yeah.
Pride. And then they didn't get a single kill until the end of the round.
Yeah, no, it was a better hold, but I think it wasn't enough in this case. They still let Chuma go back to the window. And basically holds half of the site once again, so they can open the outside wall. And basically, I think they just yeah, either change site or just go castle. Like that would be my option in this case. But I don't know. It's I feel like Pride right now has some kind of either communication issue, or they just can't handle this other team right now.
Yeah, it's something is going on right now. It looks like Pride is definitely struggling in some way, but because of that, they're gonna go to Vents Workshop now, try and run something to help them out here, as Infinity is just gonna keep the same lineup. Pride is gonna instead pick up the Mozzie instead of the Mute. Definitely has, I would say, the Mozzie helps out upstairs more so than the Mute does. Just because it the better firepower from either that commando or the Roni is just generally better for helping out your team than just the SMG-11 and that shotgun upstairs, especially when you're gonna have to cover a lot of longer angles because there's less people playing upstairs.
Yeah. No, usually what teams go is actually they go Mute and Mozzie, because in that case you have no way of getting into site or getting any drones into site if you don't want to risk them, getting hacked and adding more accounts to the defending side. And it's interesting to see Sleepy going from Mute to Mozzie, because usually Mute is still a very powerful operator, but I think when you look at the attacking team, Mute is basically pointless in this case, because you do already have Leo on Bandit in this case. So I do understand why they kind of switched on it, but I don't know. I think they're more focusing on firepower there than gadgets in this case.
Yeah, so I definitely agree. They seem to know that the Jaeger is here around the side, as Chuma is going to clean up his 6th kill of the round, as Demantis picks up Leo. They're going to start really picking apart this upstairs defense, and it's only a minute into the round. Thing is going to go down after he was able to breach that wall upstairs, but that is at the cost of half of Saint's health and the deaths of Leo and Pride. So definitely a rougher start here once again for Pride, as I mean, now the full upstairs is all in favor of Infinity.
I would still say that they do have a chance. Well, not anymore, but they did have a chance early, because they did get the thermite early. But unfortunately, I feel like Infinity might just be really good at rushing in this case on the site because they just can't handle all of them just coming to the site at once. So I think right now Infinity's best strength in this case is that they try to overwhelm the attackers in a way that they can't react. They don't have time to react in this case. So
Yeah.
just a lot of destruction. Yeah, Chumo 7 kills, highest right now, and it's only 3 rounds in. So absolute beast in this case.
Thanks. I mean, it is just off of 2 rounds of kills that he's gotten because he aced the first round, but still averaging 2 kills a round is pretty crazy. As now we're gonna once again go back to Armory Lockers, not wanting to test that Vents Workshop once more because that attack definitely seemed far more convincing, and just in general, it just seemed better than the previous Infinity attacks on the upstairs, as they were able to very quickly deal with that upstairs presence and then just in general handle Pride in whatever way they needed to.
Interesting choice here though. So I think they may just either not like Castle because they decided to go with the Clash instead. I'm not complaining. Clash is a pretty good option in this case.
Yeah.
Because if you do have a Chuma on the armor window in this case, yeah, you're not getting it through. Clash is just basically gonna be holding that forever, and it will let the roamers have a bit more freedom in this case because they don't have to worry about getting shot and giving Chuma one more ace in this case.
Yeah, I think Chuma's still gonna like to sit on that window there, not really trying to use the Clash to contest that, but I think the first nade might land on the Pride, or at least near him, as he's gonna take some damage alongside Leo. Probably, actually, no, it's not from Dementis. I'm not sure where it was. Saint's gonna hear this air jab, but no, he's gonna jump out onto Chuma. Actually, there was no air jab. I was mistaken, as now Pride is gonna start out 4-on-5 once again. Able to pick up the hot hand of Chuma is pretty good, but Demantis is still alive and kicking. They're gonna try and find this Jaeger downstairs as well. That will be Shiftang and Domantis, as they also try and get this Clash out from below. Able to take her down to half health just because of, I think, frag grenades and those breaching rounds. So she's been pinned into a corner, but not really able to get pushed out because that window player is gone. And so is Hazard.
Same thing, actually, 2 kills there. Yeah, the early run out was really critical. I don't think they were expecting, because I did notice the Pride plays very passively. When it comes to defense, so having a very aggressive going very aggressive suddenly will actually affect a lot in this case. But yeah, the Clash doing what what I was expecting. Wow. Yeah, the Clash was the solution in this case. They couldn't just get in. They couldn't, even if they had her in the corner. It doesn't matter. She has a shield.
Yeah, that Capital band is definitely pretty good, as they were able to like you said. I mean, there was no way for Infinity to deal with that Clash, especially once the Ash charges went off and did not net any kills. Shiftang also didn't really push him out from below, but that's also because there was just generally no downstairs pressure, thanks to I think it was Blue and Sleepy were down there, or maybe Blue and someone else. But yeah, there was just a lot of contention downstairs, as now the Clash is going to come out again, and a nice prediction comes out from Demantis, as he's going to pick up the Zofia, one of the big helpers in taking out Clash is those concussion grenades. So once again, we're down to Vents Workshop, as Pride is going to try and get some more rounds on the board here where they can.
Yeah, I think another option would have also been like I feel like Chuma maybe has a bit of a too high priority operator right now to lose to a run out. Like if let's say if someone else had Nomad, they could have probably dealt with the clash.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, but they also now have two people who can deal with clash. So if clash is spotted alone, well, he's going to have a bad time. Let's just see it. Let's see if they can make it work.
I wonder if he was if he's going to be playing upstairs or down, but
looks like upstairs. Yep.
So we're gonna see him try and like do the same thing basically. He's gonna, even though that wall may get breached, he's gonna try and act like a mobile wall in a way, as Clash usually does. So she's gonna stand here in this doorway, but Blue elsewhere is already gonna get picked off thanks to Hazard. He's gonna get found out. Sleepy might be looking for a refrag here, but Demantis is going to clean up Leo. And once again, only a minute into the round, this upstairs attack is just all over the defense. Clash is going to drop, and now her use is pretty much expended, as it's going to be pretty tough for her to deny a lot. The Buck is going to go down thanks to Saint C4. Sleepy still has his in his pocket at the least, but that's almost all of the soft breach potential upstairs. Things also going to get down thanks to Saint through the holes that he created, in fact, with the C4. And that was a 3-on-3 as he's looking for more. Chuma also almost goes low. Well, he does go low. He almost goes down as well, but Saint just on a bit of HP.
Yeah, no, I noticed earlier, before the camera actually switched off, that Saint has a very good camera in Workshop right now, and that also helped a lot since they have, I do believe that Leo or Blue right now is on the cam and pings that like tells whenever they're going to like peek the hole they created on the floor. So that also affects greatly with why Saint has been able to tie the game up in this case, and I mean that also takes they've already taken out the only hard breacher and the best soft breacher, so this is going to be more of a traditional push in this case than a more improvised one with a Buck. Yeah,
Hazard was able to clean up what remained of Saint, as now they might know Sleepy is somewhere around here. They do seem to have some idea, but Demantis is now going to get shot at, miss his shots as Sleepy goes down, and the Clash is dealt with pretty easily. Hazard able to take that one, and what looked like it could have been good coming back from Pride, able to force Infinity to stall out for a little bit. Like you said, taking down that main soft breach from the Buck. It did happen to fall apart, though, and that's a 4th round on the attack here from Infinity. So definitely a good start for them.
Yeah, I believe Pride can't use Clash anymore. Ooh, an alibi. Interesting.
Yeah,
Why?
I think.
Huh.
Clash has definitely found out. Oh,
okay,
just hiding something. Okay.
I was gonna say, because an alibi pick is very off the wall in this case. Alibi never gets played. Like for she only gets played if you need a lot of kills, like because her gun is absolutely ridiculous. But
attackers need to locate.
But also, I guess it was just to throw them off so they don't know who Blue is going to pick in this case.
So it does help out, but like you said, yeah, that gadget, especially at this level of play, doesn't really surprise anyone. It's almost all gunplay, or you just use you put the alibi clones in angles that normally get sprayed down, just to kind of get that constant ping on someone, or even people will run out and throw that clone up onto the roof just to get the constant annoying ping that you can't really get up to and shoot. So
yeah, definitely.
That one's always annoying.
There is a very annoying run out on this, but I do believe that's not allowed in these rules. So, because the alibi clones actually get spotted before a normal player would get spotted. So there's no down timer when you throw an alibi outside.
Yeah.
And oh damn, something's happening.
Yeah,
But, yeah.
I guess Saint saw Shiftang on a camera, able to run out on him as we saw that enemy detected for just a split second, but the Mantis able to clean him up for his 8th frag of the match so far. Him and Chuma kind of taking the reins here for Infinity as they're both fragging out fairly well for each other. As, there's not really anyone to match now that Saint is down. Everyone else on Pride has either one or no frags. The Jaeger's gonna get in a fight here and able to actually win it out is Blue, untagged even, as Thing goes down. And there's no trade yet, so I mean a good find there for the Jaeger as he's able to survive and figure out what he can do from this position, as now it's just Zofia actually pushing with the pistol, losing out to Sleepy because it's a pistol against this fully automatic weapon. Hazard's gonna snap on the Sleepy as well and able to take him down, and I think the Jaeger has now dropped. So even though they have gotten upstairs control, Chuma and Hazard got it at a steep price of pretty much all their supplies, if not all of it, as well as the loss of 3 teammates, only for 2, alongside now just a minute left in this round.
Does Nomad have breaching charges or flashes in this case?
I think he has flashes. Yep. So,
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. No soft breaching for this time. But Chuma getting actually a kill there. Very nice indeed. And it's a 1 versus 2 now for Infinity. I think Chuma can still do this. He does have he can control his recoil really well, especially on the ARX, which does shred a lot. That's why that's why Iana currently has one of if not the best kit that any attacker could have.
Yeah, 8 frag grenades plus the ARX is really nice, especially as now the Mute is going to actually win out the gunfight with that MPK.
Yeah, he just barely at the end just leaned to the, I think, to the left or the right. No, actually, no, he just walked to the right. Okay. So he shot his shoulder instead of his head. So, very nice indeed.
Yep, so Pride able to salvage another round coming out, only able to win. Well, they won in Armory Lockers and then they won Customs and Supply there. So we're going to see Armory Lockers first from Infinity, as a bunch of them were toying around with that Rook. I don't know if they'll want to pick it. And yeah, Chuma is actually going to go to a Rook instead of a Maestro, interestingly. So this definitely is really helpful for the attack here, because Rook and Doc obviously don't really have utility that you have to worry about, and Smoke isn't utility that you have to worry about until the last couple seconds of the round. So there's not a ton that Pride has to panically worry about clearing out here. You know, it's not like you have to sit there and say, all right, we need to get rid of these Maestro cameras plus these Goyo shields plus, you know, this wall denier and these things and that things. But it's really just, you know, figure out where the Mozzie pests are, avoid them, because there's only so many doorways you can lock down, and then try and watch out for Jaeger ADSs. And other than that, I mean, it's a fairly straightforward attack for Pride here, really.
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to figure out what the plan is there, because I do think that they're leaving the site wall open, so I do believe that they're going for a more aggressive defense. Where that's why they picked the Rook early, because that's gonna basically make the Jaeger into a 2 armor instead of a 1 armor, so he can take more shots, I think. And they also have the Doc there, so if you do get pre-fired and lose a bit of health, then it doesn't really matter. And I don't know if Pride realizes this, but I don't really know how to fight this right now. I haven't seen any team do this before.
Yeah, so we'll see how Pride does want to handle this. Oh, yeah. Okay, wait. They left triple on Rainforest, and they're using, because I've seen this part at least, they're using the Rook to pressure out CCTV and lock that one down. But it's interesting because they, like I said, they left that wall completely soft, and they're letting the attack come in if they want, which they're still seeming to stall out for. They're gonna have to try and figure out where the rest of these defenders are, as they're currently looking for the Rook, but unable to find him as the pings come out. The nade's gonna flush him out a bit, as he's permanently on ping running around here, but I don't think he's gonna actually buck out for a soft breach down there, but it doesn't matter, as Chuma's gonna go down to a single bullet from Knight. The 5.56 able to pick up that Rook, as Thing very quickly though refrags onto Leo, the other ACOG MP5 chiming in. But now right away, Saint, now that that offense pressure is gone, Saint's all the way in the site. Knight's gonna go down thanks to Hazard and CCTV, but Saint is just patiently watching and waiting. We'll see if Thing is gonna expect this as he self-stims. Almost, but nope! He does not expect Saint to be right behind the desk. And now all of a sudden the site is fully in favor of Pride here. The C4 comes out as Shiftang actually from the flank, in fact. Oh no, that is the Ash, my bad.
You thought it was it.
Yeah, I thought it was the Mozzie for a second as he got the C4, but now it's effectively a 2-on-2 as Hazard is downed, but Saint is down as well. Doesn't matter as Dementis is pushed by Blue here.
10 seconds left.
Taken down. It's just up to Shiftang on the Mozzie. The plant is coming down thanks to Blue, who's on low HP, as well as Saint. Sleepy not able to hit his shots on the Shiftang as the plant is taken thanks to Saint, but Shiftang just 1 versus 2 now. He's going to be able to down the Ash, and now it's effectively just a 1-on-1 him versus Sleepy, as he's going to have to try. And is he actually going to try and revive Hazard here? Which is pretty crazy if he can manage it.
I don't think he has time for that.
I don't think so either.
13 seconds.
He just saw the buck. That's insane that he just saw the buck, and now 13 seconds, like you just said, the buck has perfect time as Shiftang is going to shoot Hazard. And no time left. Interesting move there by Shiftang as he's gonna get at least the stat kill, but impactless as he chose to go for the revive instead of taking the gunfight, especially considering that he saw the buck hanging out in Fountain.
Oh, I see what he was doing. Okay. Yeah, okay, I see what he was doing there. Yeah, that was a meme that he just did. Technically, when you think about it, Shiftang, I think technically got an ace there. Just think about, yeah, he killed 5 people. Like,
oh, he did. You're right. He did get that ace. So
I think yeah, I don't know what they. I think they're getting a bit too cocky. Either that or I don't know. I feel like they.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
I'm so
as many bombs
confused.
as they can.
The defense was good in this case. It did delay them, but I think it didn't delay them long enough. So in this case, hold on, I forgot to mark that these guys' defense. So, yeah. But there we go.
Attackers have located a
But
bomb.
like I feel like, yeah, it was a good defense, but then the I mean, who was playing? It was Chuba on Rook, kind of died too fast. And I do believe Shiftang could have just won that, because well, he basically just played the entire team of Pride there, just picking them up one by one. And
5 seconds remaining.
I just don't know. I think he threw that round on purpose.
Attackers are heading out to defuse the bomb.
That's what it looks like.
It definitely feels like it in a way. So it's weird that he went for that revive, especially considering how close Hazard was to bleeding out. I assume it was Hazard just yelling at him already to revive him, but still, Pride was able to successfully win that one out, and I mean, that definitely feels... Obviously, losing any close round feels annoying for Infinity, but especially that one must feel just so rough because you were ahead, and like you said, the defense was pretty solid from them there, as they were able to hold off the attack for long enough and bring it to a one-on-one, able to just take it as a gun skill battle at that point. So it's pretty sad that that revive came out. Chuma is going to start to get tagged up, but Demantis is the one to go down, as the Buck is able to clean that one up now.
That was actually a very nice angle, actually. But yeah, this defense doesn't look that difference. It's just the different. It doesn't look that different in this case because you still have instead of a rookie, you just have a maestro. This is the deployable shield though is very interesting.
Drones ready.
Yeah, that's a very aggressive deployable shield there, able to try and help the defense in contesting those east stairs there, as still Chuma is just going to hold this angle down onto the long haul. Thing from downtown is going to be able to pick up Knight. That's all the remaining hard breaches. Chuma cleans up one as well, and now it seems like any problems that the attack or the defense had are being cleaned up. Shift Tang and Leo are going to trade 1-for-1. Saint going down in return for Chuma. The IQ is able to pick him up, and it's just Sleepy as actually Hazard picked up Leo. And now the Buck is all alone in what should be a lockout round here for Infinity, unless they once again decide they want to throw things. And yep, quick headshot from Thing, I think caps off a third kill for him on the round. Maybe just two, but that's a much more clean defense, it looked like this time.
I feel like I kind of feel like there's a lot of like I don't know, superiority coming out right now from Infinity, and they kind of want to show it off, but we'll have to see. This was their map pick though, so or was it their map pick? I believe it was.
This was Pride's map pick.
Was it Pride's? Okay.
Infinity picked Cafe, yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. So, yeah, I just let me think about this for a moment here.
Attackers
Yeah,
need to
losing
locate
your
and
own
bombs
pick
if they can.
does hurt a lot. Especially since they're losing pretty hard right now. So I got to see. I hope they do pretty well on Cafe, because trying to get back at this is going. I mean, trying to
Attackers have discovered the location
either
of
they
the
can win
bomb.
this back. Oh
Yeah.
no, I'm really confused because like I do. Infinity has a really interesting way of defending stuff. Like this is obvious. Like, you know, vertical play on workshop and ventilation is basically how you hold this site. So this is, but like how they held the workshop is so weird. I'm still trying to like wrap my head around it. It's such a weird hold.
Yeah, it's definitely... Infinity has been pulling out some interesting holds, to say the least. So we'll see how the attack of Pride is going to want to work this one out. Nice little drone spot there from Blue, as he's able to get that one down, but we're going to see a Montaigne come out in exchange for Mute, Mozzie, and Goya. So 20-second meta yet again, as this is all in favor of the defense, as the wall's going to get opened up. And well, this is a point that a lot of people like to mention, is they hate opening up the box here of border, and then you're faced with 3 Goyo shields. One of them was already destroyed, thankfully, by a Buck Frag grenade, but the other 2 are still up, and because of that, sure, they got the wall open super. Oh, that's a normal shield.
Yeah, I was thinking. I think the last one was a normal one, and it's meant to waste a lot of utility, which they have wasted 2. They have done 2 ADSs.
Yeah. So all the breaching rounds and all the frag grenades are taken out. As now Saint is going to get the first kill, at least on the Demantis, but Hazard, Shiftang, and Hazard again, actually, are going to chime in very quickly. Saint's going to try and get a double kill as he salvages it, but no! Chuma able to shut him down. And a very big flurry of kills, all of a sudden, mostly thanks to Hazard there. As it started out, I mean, it's tough to say it started out good for Pride there as they picked up the first frag. But right after that, 3 frags went the way of Infinity, as now we are to custom supply on map point.
Yeah, there was someone in chat who says that Pride need to calm down a little bit because they're choking a lot more than they should be. So I think that is also playing a big part in this, because what I'm reading from the audience is that this is Pride's first tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they're used to this, but let's hope they actually like maybe this first game goes bad.
Attackers
I mean, that it happens with everyone. Like you're not used to it yet, so let's just hope, like, you know, maybe next game they get better, and like maybe they're just not used to this kind of attack, and they learn from this and stuff like that. It's all about learning in the end. So it's But yeah, it's I can't. It's really hard to learn against this team though. Just like Infinity's such a weird team.
I agree. It's definitely an interesting start for them, as we've mentioned it plenty of times, but it's just such a confusing and interesting set of defenses that are coming out from Infinity here.
Shiftang,
as now Shiftang is gonna look for a dirty peek.
Don't do this, Shiftang.
Joe is gonna start to get sprayed, but no, he's gonna lose it out to blue, untagged even, as Shiftang got too greedy there, trying to make something happen, and that is yet another opening duel lost by Infinity. So even though they're on top, this is pretty interesting because they have been losing out a lot on these opening duels for the most part, but even then they're still up 6-3. So their ability to play in these lowered positions, these harder points, is pretty good still. And this is an interesting hold too, allowing Chuma to play very aggressive and contest the upstairs where he needs to. But never mind, he's going to get taken out by blue. Able to clean up his second frag on the round and double his frag total on the map so far. Hazard's gonna trade right back though.
Yeah, but this is what I'm talking about in this case. Like Pride is learning, like learning the habits. Like they were probably expecting someone to try to do a spawn peek or a run out in that case, and it almost worked, but unfortunately he was aiming a bit too much to the left of the head there. But also like they just see an open wall, they're just gonna assume that yes, somebody's gonna be holding them. They just free fire it. Like there might be a deployable shield there. I know once you throw it out, and like right now they're just getting so many picks, and Infinity's not looking good right now.
Yeah. It's definitely not, as Hazard got cleaned up. Saint did go down in the meantime as well. But Sleepy on about half, Blue on about 75, and that Montaigne's still up though. I mean, you have no C4s, I don't think. I think Thing is too far away to really effectively use his, as it's just the smoke, and actually he doesn't even have it anymore. So just down to those smoke gas canisters here, as Blue and Sleepy are going to get to work, breaking out upstairs. The Montaigne's going to start to choke out, as Sleepy does go down at least, so the Mantis able to clean that one up good on him. As now the attack is starting to stall out a bit. Sprayed from behind, I didn't even realize Blue
was a nice bait. If that was intentional, that was one of the best baits I've ever seen.
That was a really good bait on the part of Blue, as now the Montaigne's going to unshield behind, as just to get the attention of the smoke. The Ash is going to go down at least, so it's a 1-on-2 here, but Demantis on just a single bullet of HP. He still has the Montaigne to contend with, and that Thermite is up on top of this box thing, the electric box there, which is pretty interesting. The Montaigne's going to go down, in fact, as now it's just up to Domantis. Just on 10 seconds left, though, and he's not going to win it out, as Leo just had to hit his one shot. Able to clean up this third site on the rotation is Pride. Stop the train here from Infinity and try and slowly start to work their way back to overtime here.
I feel like right now maybe Infinity has a bit like, it's probably going to pull back a bit and actually play a bit more seriously, because I do believe like the early kills, or like the kill on the Shift Tang early was probably a I think they were just trying to see if they can get an early pick or not, and I do believe Shift Tang was expecting to die that early, because he didn't open the door at all. He just opened enough so he could crawl up underneath it. And but it backfired, and it backfired really badly, and they got Demantis almost got it, but if they get a diffuser into the small room site, I forget the name of it, but if they get a bomb into that site, or the diffuser in this case, and get on top of that box, or the electrical box, or whatever it's called, it's basically over. Like if they just keep holding that, you won't even get near him, because he'll be sealed legs before you see him.
Exactly. That's a really tough angle to contest, so it did look good there for Demantis, at least trying to clutch it out, but yeah, like you said, once Leo got onto that angle, it was all but locked out there for Pride, as all he had to do was just land a single bullet. So pretty tough there for Demantis to contest it. But now Infinity is going to go for this bizarre setup once again. Try and leave that triple wall open and see how Pride wants to attack it. And I don't blame them really for not being sure how to attack this. Obviously, the way it seems like is you just have to try and force and lose bodies to the Maestro there, as you try and force him out. But even then, the attack the defense rather really just covers a lot of their bases. And when I say that, it's like, okay, you want to push out the Jaeger, well, the Doc, or the Maestro, is watching all the way from afar and able to cover that. Leo's going to get a bullet tag, as the Jaeger's going to push out past the Maestro, and the Montaigne rather, not past the Maestro. The Ash is going to go down as Montaigne unshields and almost loses that gunfight. He does get, Leo is able to spray down Hazard, but Knight is just down on a sliver, as it's Shift Hang, and a good push here so far from Pride, as they're able to take CC control. And this is definitely something they've been missing in these previous attacks that were not really working out. And now they can fully pressure out Thing all alone, but Knight went down. I think he got self-downed by his team, but that doesn't really work anymore. So
I mean, it's a reset in this case, because even if he was basically at 1 HP right now, and he got back to 20, so it's he'll at least survive one stray bullet through the wall, I guess. I believe that's enough damage.
Yeah, especially as that 3 armor. But Leo and Saint able to chime in, take down Chuma and Shift Dang. That's pretty much all the Office's contention down as well, even though Knight, Leo, and Saint here are pressuring from downstairs. The Doc is going to start to get sprayed at through the floor, as now it seems like the attack is stalling out, because they don't really have anything to hard breach, and it's not like that would matter, because now Leo is taken down, and Infinity really trying to lock this one out. It's just Demantis against the Montaigne on 20 health, 20 seconds left, all but locked out here as he has to try and push in somewhere, get a plant down. It doesn't seem like Demantis knows really where he is. Now he's gotten hurt. Now he hears him out. Montaigne's going to start to choke on the gas, but jumping in behind him is the smoke, cleaning that up. Demantis with a nice one-on-one clutch against the shield. Pretty anticlimactic end, but a nice 7th round, able to finish it up 7-4. And Infinity actually went 4 for 4 on their opening picks as they were able to clean up every round that they started out in the lead. They won, and a nice 13 from Demantis, 12 from Chuma, 10 from Hazard.
Yeah, definitely. Now that I looked at about 3 rounds of that second floor hold, I do kind of understand it more. So I believe the whole idea of that second floor hold is to have an angle from CCTV
Can we
all
keep
the way
walls
to
running,
offices.
or do we need to make a new one for a new map?
Yeah.
And
Okay, thank you.
Hi.
oh,
Hi.
So we're gonna probably go to
Yes,
a break
but
here.
do we need to make a
just
new moss
before
file, or can we keep the same one
head
running?
to cafe, as we're gonna see how that one settles out. We're gonna see actually if the teams want to just run through it or if they want to take a break.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean,
I got interrupted there by the players. There,
Oh, yeah.
sorry, but
yeah, they were talking in the chat.
But basically, there was a lot of things also wrong with Pride's like attack in this case, because it's very hard to peek a dock with an MP5, and you either have to get really lucky, or you have to know where the dock is before the dock knows where you are, because you are going to lose that gunfight 100%. Because Doc is absolutely ridiculous, and that gun has no recoil, and like especially they're like losing the buck when you need to open the wall, or like you could open armory wall a bit more open and get a better read onto that Doc. It's kind of it's hard. It was a really hard push from Pride, and well, they couldn't adapt, and well, Infinity did it well. They had a really good second floor hold.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just I don't know. It's I'd like to see a team actually like win against that like flawlessly, because like the only time Pride actually won against that was when who was it again? Shift Tang wanted a quote unquote ace in this case and killed his own teammate because of that, and that was the only time they won, and they didn't really it wasn't really a very very what's it called, solid push, I would say, because they did get picked off. Like 4 of them got picked off by one person.
Mm-hmm.
So it's there's a bit of a gap here between the teams, but if Pride has something up their sleeves, they could probably catch Infinity off guard and probably get win a game or not. But we'll have to see. There is a lot of fans in the chat here for Pride, so I'm expecting a lot from them still.
Yeah, I think, like you had mentioned before, the fans were saying that this is their first big league, so it could be nerves, but also, I mean, it is just a interesting defensive setup coming out from Infinity, so I don't blame them. It's not even like, obviously you're not going to see people set up like that in ranked, but even then you're not going to see people set up like that in a lot of pro levels. A lot of pro levels have started to become having this like a standard default type of defense setup, as they are able to just they all pretty much do the same stuff, as it's become pretty commonplace and understood how to attack. So once someone does something weird, shift things up, it's definitely throws off a lot of people. But actually, we're going to not hit a break. In fact, we're going to just run right on through. That is true. We did just do a lot of analysis more than we're used to, so
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
But yeah, I feel like Infinity probably has a motto which is win by bewilderment. So so that was a lot of things what happened in that border match. They confused the opponent and they couldn't react fast enough, or like they couldn't adapt to it. But let's see if they can do this in game 2. And who's attacking in this? Oh yeah, it's Pride. Okay,
Pride, Pride is on the attack here, as we're gonna see a Hibana band come out first from Infinity. I expect a Thatcher next. Yep, that's pretty expected. So usually, a lot of teams will Thatcher's just become a lot of teams' default ban.
Yeah, I mean, Kali's basically useless. That's the reason. Even if you can use Kali, it's like a lot of casters, even in Pro League, have been saying that Kali's like use isn't enough. Like, I mean, if a Clash goes banned, so they don't even want to see Clash in this.
Mm-hmm.
So, but just Demantis with no more. Oh no, poor Knight. But yeah, just like Kali hasn't been seen much use, and well, she isn't that useful. Like, you know, if you got the Zofia, at least you got an AR. While in Kali, even her sidearm isn't very useful because the CZ7. Yeah.
Whatever it is, C7.
C7.
I think it's just.
Oh, it's C7Z. Yes, it's something like that.
I don't know what it is. No one uses it even.
The Korean sidearm. Yeah, it's absolutely horrible to aim with because I don't know why the person brings it so close to their face. You know, do you want to get hit by the recoil? Like, do you want you to smack the gun against your head?
Yeah.
It's and then the other option is also an absolute monster. Like you can't. It's really hard to control a what's it called, a SMG-12. So I mean, but Kali doesn't have that, so it doesn't really matter. And Kali just has a, what's her other weapon?
I think it's just I think it's just the SAS pistol.
Oh yeah. No.
Whatever it is. It's not that great, really.
Yeah.
So.
It's, Kali hasn't really gotten the same effect that Wamai has, or even Wamai's effect isn't that like impactful since people still play Jaeger.
Yeah.
But Kali's just, you know, she didn't do anything. Nobody wants to play her.
Yeah. So, like you said, the thing is, like with Wamai, it's not even that he's I know they always intended him to be like the counter pick to Wamai, not Wamai, the counter pick to Jaeger. You pick Wamai instead of Jaeger, which is why they gave him the AUG without an ACOG, because it just gives you a whatever it's called. It gives you a assault rifle to combat Jaegers, but I mean, it's, you know, a lot of teams aren't stopping picking Jaeger. They're just instead picking Wamai alongside. So
yeah, there's a lot of stuff, but I do notice that, like, especially in this attack, Pride really likes playing shield operators. I like, especially like, you know, on defense they picked Clash like 2 times, and it worked out the first time. But on this, like, they have, like, having a Montagne is really powerful. Montagne is. Ooh, Luke getting killed there. First kill onto Demantis, actually. Nice pick. Demantis is a force to be reckoned with, so I don't recommend that. But yeah, so what I was going at is, like, just the Montagne is, it's scary. It's scary to fight against. You know, you can't really fight against it if you don't have a C4 or if you're absolutely really good at juking. But yeah. It's
Bomb
it's
located
great.
by attackers.
But yeah, Pride really likes shields. That's the main point.
Yeah. They definitely seem pretty comfortable on those shields. Currently, Infinity is all on full health just as Hazard goes down. Shuma is able to clean up Saint, though. Sleepy with the kill onto Hazard, but still, they're on full health. Sleepy and Knight are both just above half. And these long angles being played, especially by the TCSG, is definitely a big threat here for Pride, rather, as Schumer's going to get pushed out and shot from his own peak holes. Cleaned up there by Sleepy as the Montaigne provides a little bit of assistance. Thing is going to clean up right back onto Sleepy, and now it's just effectively more or less a 1-on-2 with like a moving wall or drone. The Montaigne's not going to help you out much in the gunfights, as now the Castle actually wins that one out. That's Thing, and it's just up to the Montaigne, who does beat out Thing, and now he's going to push Shiftang, but no, Shiftang with nice aim, able to clean up what shouldn't have been a 1-on-1, but still able to hold out the defense there, as he's got really good recoil control as well on that AUG. Even though it doesn't have the ACOG, it still has quite the kick. And
yeah, I think the downside to the AUG is just that it's I believe its fire rate is smaller, or like short, slower. And what else was it? Oh yeah, it just takes up half your screen. Mm-hmm. That's the main problem with the AUG.
Yeah.
It's I believe there was some talk about like reworking it or like remodeling it to like because I when I started playing Wamai more, because I do like playing Wamai,
Defenders,
what's it
protect
called?
your bombs from being defused by attackers.
The AUG does have variants that they could use, and since it's the original AUG, they could just use another variant of it, which has the railing a bit lower, like the slight railing, which would make the AUG actually a really good weapon, because then it doesn't basically just take up half your screen. But it's still a good gun. It's just it's got a few visual flaws. Let's just go with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it doesn't have the ACOG, not just because ACOG on a 2-speed with an assault rifle is crazy, but rather that that ACOG just makes it even bigger. At least the only the 1X is tolerable at the least, but you know, still that like you said, it is just so bulky and annoying to look at. Yeah, we're gonna see Saint actually get tagged up by someone somewhere. I'm not sure exactly who shot him, but the Maverick is down to 75, so not a massive blow, but still worth mentioning. As again, there's a lot of these very wide-held angles with long sight lines being punished here, as Pride is just gonna try and get right into the wall. They're gonna see the Cade Claw, as it's going to get pinged out, and they're going to get it off the wall finally, quickly enough. So just a minute into the round, they're able to open up this front wall without any contention.
Can I say something? I remember seeing that in the reveal for Maverick, that you could use the IQ, and that's the first time I've actually seen it in action.
Oh, I completely forgot about that. You're right. They did talk about that, and
it was a really big point. I remember it at that time. Like, it was like, oh yeah, you can use IQ to spot the Kai charges, and it's like,
wow, the first time that it's ever been used like that. Oh man. Knight's gonna go down as well. I think it was to the Mantis there, as now Saint and Leo are just over 75, just over 25. The Mantis is gonna go prone as he starts to get in a gunfight with Pride, as they're now both prone, and Pride loses that out, or that's Saint rather. I keep calling him Pride just because it's in big capital letters. That's the first thing I see.
yeah, it catches the eye.
Exactly. The Mantis is able to win that out though against Saint, as Leo is still just droning away as his team works upstairs, trying to figure out where they can find an opening here into the defense, where everyone is still full health. Hazard able to pick up Sleepy, as he's now on half, but the Ash is going to get tagged just a little bit, and now he has to face this barbed wire in front of him. Oh, Blue almost goes down, as he does manage to take a few shots into Thing, As now he's getting peeked by two angles. Shiftang and Hazard chiming in, and a flawless round from Infinity here as they're able to pick up kitchen service pretty easily. Even though it looked good that the wall got opened so quickly, that just ended up opening a good sight line there for Demantis to pick up two.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, all I'm really seeing right now from Pride, is that they're taking too many risks that they don't need to. Like let's think about that push into like red stairs, like the red stairs hallway on the second floor. Like IQ didn't need to push that side. They already had basically what's it called, bakery somewhat in control. Of course, there was probably Demantis holding it from code check, but yeah, I think they took a bit too many risks there, and then like they didn't really get anything from it. Like I don't really know. It's like why did Ash need to push into red stairs there?
Yeah,
Ash knew there were two people to his right, and there would probably be more people below him. So why did Ash want to, like,
10
basically
seconds left.
get pinched and absolutely destroyed?
exactly.
5 seconds left.
It's interesting. I think
Attackers must
I
locate
feel like they need
bomb.
to do some kind of change here, at least with how they play,
Yeah,
because
something needs to
yeah,
change.
something needs to change, because right now Infinity is absolutely exploiting their risk taking. And yeah, you've got basically, was that Shift Tang actually running out? Yeah, that was Shift Tang running out.
Attackers
Yeah, so
dropped the diffuser.
Man,
they're just basically now spawn peeking. So it's
yep. Definitely rough here. Rough going now for Pride, as Leo's gonna be able to clean up Demantis, able to take out the dock
Attackers
as
have
he was
recovered their
peeking,
diffuser.
but not before the dock did his damage, taking down Knight, and that's your only hard breach here, as this attack just got all that much harder. And now that also I noticed, since Pride has or Infinity rather took out that clash that was helping out Pride so much on the defense on border, that has left up Echo, who we're going to see for the first time, who's become a staple ban basically. If you're not banning Echo, then he's being picked a lot. I think he has nearly like he has above like 90 to almost 95% presence between bans and rounds picked. It's pretty crazy how strong this operator is.
yeah, definitely. But yeah, they I'm seeing like I feel like their impact on Clash on the previous game actually probably left a bit of a sore taste in Infinity's mind, and they basically just took the risk of leaving a Echo open. And
I would agree. That is
it's yeah, basically there I believe Infinity probably feel confident enough to take the risk though. So they can just handle the Echo when they need to, but I don't know. I haven't seen Pride defense with an Echo yet, so we'll have to see if they actually use him or not.
Yep. So Saint did go down as well. Nice peek there by Hazard, able to take out the Buck, as now Blue is going to chime in with one right back onto Hazard, taking down the Jaeger, but Ash herself is on pretty low HP here, and 15 seconds left. You can tell this hard breach loss really hit Pride hard on this defense. Chuma's going to start tapping away. Thing is going to clean up what remained of Blue as Sleepy picks up Thing, so it's a 2-on-2, but both on low HP. The Echo drone's still up. The Echo is actually not able to get down and deny the second plant, as now Leo is going to not win out that gunfight yet, as actually he's on full health still. Still on up, actually.
How many bullets did he
is
take?
pretty low. I don't know how many he took, how many that were missed by Shift Tang, but now it's up to Sleepy to play from above. And he can see the echo, and he's going to miss his shots, but he's going to not clean it up yet. Leo has picked himself up here as he's playing with the pistol out. Shiftang has to push out, but no. Leo able to clean it up, and a great clutch up there from the attack, actually, as they were able to clean up 2 quick kills on pretty big aggression coming out from Infinity. And Pride able to secure that 3rd site off a good clutch, and I guess a misplay there by Shiftang as he was unable to clean up kills.
Yeah, definitely. Especially if you don't get rid of a Zofia, you know it will come back. It will come back and bite even harder. It's I don't know. He saw the Zofia getting downed, didn't decide to like finish it off, even though he like probably would have had time to finish it up. But I believe he's just gonna. I don't know. It's
Defenders, protect your bomb.
Yeah, I think leaving the Zofia was the biggest problem here. Just leaving the Zofia alive. If he would have finished it off, I believe they might have won the round there.
Yeah,
that's all I have to say.
Yeah. If the Zofia does go down, his full focus can be onto Sleepy, who's on, I think, 2 bullets worth of health at best. So it definitely helps out big time there. As now we're gonna go back up to Bar Cocktail, and I mean this pretty crazy defense once again. And this is something I also pretty much really like rather about the TCSG is a lot of people will choose to play it. Sometimes teams will play it instead of a they'll play either Guayo or Kaid instead of an SAS operator. In this case, Demantis is still playing the mute, and he's gonna start to shotgun out. But the destructibility on that shotgun is pretty crazy. Blue is gonna start to make his way up white, as we're just gonna name off all the colors, but unable to find anyone. As he's getting fully droned in here, walking around, and now they're gonna go to town downstairs, him and the IQ. Gonna start to try and figure out what stuff they can breach, where they can try and force defenders out. And in this case, the Ashe is being used less for her destructibility and more just to make the defenders uncomfortable. Speaking of uncomfortable, is Shiftang as he's been able to being taken down to half health. So Mai running away, and that's not an operator you'll want to lose, but Blue able to take down Hazard. Demantis comes right back onto Blue, but Leo right back onto Demantis. As a very quick flurry of kills here, as now Pride is up in man count at the least, so a good start for them as they're now going to start to breach and get some of these walls opened up. We'll see if how they choose to get rid of this castle barricade now that Leo is out of impacts as well. And I think it's just Saint's frag grenades really are all that remain for the soft breach, and maybe a single breaching charge from Leo there. But Thing, never mind, shuts down Leo. So this barricade is going to be annoying to open up at the least.
I mean, a well-placed frag grenade would basically just do the job, but well, there goes his frag grenades. Never mind then. Can he actually see the? Can he see the barrel of the TCS?
Not even gonna. Oh.
No. You know, as Glass would say, look at the details. Doesn't quite see the barrel of the Goya that got killed. Unfortunately, that would have been a very good pick though. Getting rid of the TCSG though. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not checking his corners as Sleepy as he goes down to Shiftang.
This is what I'm talking about when I talked about the like they're taking way too many risks. Like you still have time. Wait, how many seconds did they have? I wasn't checking.
20 or 30 so far.
Yeah, you still have time. Like even if it's 20 seconds, you have time to just check your corners and whatnot. But just because, like even if there's no one there, just why not? Someone might be there. 1 out of 10 times is still a 10% chance. But so it started out really well from Pride, like getting the floor open, and then Hazard trying to flank them, but it seems like was it Blue? I believe it was Blue. Blue was ready and fragged onto Hazard, and it started out really good, but then it kind of like I don't know.
Yeah,
it's really hard to think about because they I believe when they start getting the what's it called, the advantage in this case, their mentality instantly flips. They start playing so differently when they think they have the advantage, and I don't think that's a good idea because you got the kill with that advantage. So it's better to stay like that. It's weird.
Yeah, like you said, it's better to stay with that advantage as
5 seconds
I mean, it's seeming like just a lot of aggression here from both sides, really. It seems like it's more for the defense than the attack, but they're still able to come away with these peaks. And even then, I mean, you know, you look back at the last time that this site was played, the kitchen service site, it was Saint and I believe Sleepy, maybe. I'm not sure who the other one was, but they were unnecessarily peeking Demantis, who's holding down in the coat check room, as he had a great pixel angle, and they both kept trying to prone and peek into his sight line. And I mean, it's really rough going so far for Pride, as now they're going to work to clear out this upstairs, as they know there's at least one here, but not two. Hazard does go down as the Mozzie took some shots onto Sleepy before falling back on low health. But once again, Pride is going to be able to start out with this opening frag, as they're going to try and work their way down from this upstairs. Try and pull Shift Tang out from his position here down in pillars. And he has no C4, and the Ash actually very quickly shot from Blue, as he's going to clean up the Mozzie.
Yeah, I see actually a better push in this case from Pride. Like previously when they tried to attack first floor, it was they basically had the entire team basically like go into 3 groups. Where there was two trying to get into mining, and then there were 2 pushing in, actually 3. It was in 2 groups, never mind. 3 were still pushing in bakery, and I think they've just basically scrapped that idea, and they're like, okay, we're going for a floor by floor clear, where they're going to start from the top floor and try to go downwards, and eventually they can basically herd the defenders back in the sites, and well, no one will get out of there if they're just holding every single opening in this case. So it's working out way better now, and obviously they check code. They're trying to check if they can get code check out of here, but no, it seems like Jaeger's over there.
Yeah, they're going to try and work the Jaeger, who's deeper in there. And that's the nice thing about this coat check position is, I think on the other side of the wall there, it's a hard floor, so they can't get through. Shuma and Thing are going to pick up Knight and Leo, but Blue and Saint right away able to pick up 2 more. Shuma with 1, Shuma with another, but no, not able to pick up the IQ, as a 1v3 turned to a 1-on-1, but Sleepy made it happen.
where you have a bunch of people with ACOGs that hold basically very long angles, and it's going to be harder for the attackers obviously to attack that because they have no sweet spots where they can go to where they don't get shot. In this case, Pride almost lost that round because they were funneling in through the main door, but I do believe that was only a distraction. Meant to just waste ammo, because even if the TCSG is a very powerful gun, it will run out of ammo really fast.
Yeah.
10 seconds
It doesn't
left
have that
before
many bullets in one mag, so it's
5 seconds left. before
like if you're just spamming, you will basically waste four mags into four shells into one person, and well, yeah, you're already like down eight shells. So
Exactly.
it's yeah.
And
So
especially once Chuma's using it as that soft destruction there, that's also working away a lot of his ammo. I think he only has like 2 or 3 magazines left now. I think he's only on about 30 bullets. So once they just because he's basically their only soft destruction aside from maybe shift hang and whatever remains from I guess Hazard's impact grenades and maybe the shotgun pistol. I mean, it's pretty rough going there, as yeah, Shift Hang would probably just be using his shotgun upstairs to help out himself and Hazard. Hazard, speaking of, able to pick up Leo very quickly as he peeks out from behind the deployable shield and starts off the round pretty well here. That is not, that's not Ember Rise, by the way. Ocho, just for you wondering earlier. Sleepy, though, able to pick up Hazard. That's now the alibi down as the Mozzie runs away, and I think he went all the way down to the basement, or the first floor. So not going to try and contest this much longer, as he's actually, yeah, he's all the way downstairs. Not going to try and contest much up here.
did someone think that the alibi default skin was Ember Rise?
No, someone, Ocho thought that Leo, the Zofia, was running Ember Rise, but
I see. Yeah.
he was not.
Oh, yeah, there's. It's the. That looks like the. Oh, it's that skin. Okay, it's the. It's one of the bundles.
Yep, it's one of those bundles that everyone has found where they're like, oh, this looks like whatever skin, so I'm gonna run it. But yeah.
But yeah, I'm actually so the like getting one kill as a roamer is still very worth, in my opinion, when it comes to roaming, especially when it's an alibi. And he got was it Leo? Yeah, it was Leo apparently. Yeah. So getting the one of the soft breachers in this case out of the game.
Bomb located by
It's very good for any defense, but we'll have to see. Blue is still the pretty much higher priority right now than Leo, because Blue did get pretty. I think was it 2 kills already.
Yeah, I think Blue's definitely looking a lot better as the fragger here. As now they're looking for the hatch drop very quickly here. As now it's going to be Thing going down, in fact, but Demantis with 2 big ones. The Cade goes down as well, thanks to Sleepy. As Chuma going down, as the Mozzie doesn't go down, Demantis not able to clean that one up as he cleans up his 4th. 4 headshots on the round, 4 frags for him as he picks up a quad and confirms the round in a very fast flurry. And it just feels like Pride was clearing way too slowly up top. It's putting too much focus there. And especially losing that Zofia. Both impacts and both concusses were still up for her. And because of that, they are definitely had trouble. But now we're going to see pretty much the a very similar, if not the same, roster setup that Infinity was running here coming out from Pride. As Shift Hang is going to switch from Capitao to Nomad. And the only hard breach is going to be this Maverick. So we'll see how Pride is going to hold their defense here and figure it out.
Yeah, definitely. we'll have to see since I do believe I have a pretty good idea on how Pride works. Is that like Infinity has a very aggressive style of defense, while Pride has a very I would say passive style of defense. And I mean when you have two clashing styles, it's kind of it can go either way in this case. We're gonna have to see if Chuma decides to just Ash rush into the site, because there's basically nothing stopping him.
Attackers are moving out to locate
They don't have any
bomb
trap operators or anything like that, so they could technically just Ash rush, but he has to just get away with, you know, getting on the side without anyone noticing him, and that's really hard when it comes to a very passive style of defense, where mostly everyone is near the site.
Yeah, so this is pretty aggressive here coming out from, I believe that's blue on the white stairs, but yeah, we're just gonna see. I mean, Infinity's gonna be taking their time right now as they're gonna slowly work their way here. Sleepy's pretty aggressive there as he actually can't rotate through that. So, had to fix that for a second. At least no one was peeking the skylight when he did. As everyone's focus is on Piano here, there's 3 guys on all 3 windows as the nade comes out and lands right in Leo's lap.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Out a Jaeger device there, and he's gonna go down. So this is almost full Piano control. Actually, in fact, it is full Piano control here in favor of Infinity, as they're not even gonna worry about getting that top red stairs opened up. Instead, they're gonna get in a gunfight here with, I believe, Knight, as he was forced to run away, hearing the Ash charge go off. And that's also just 2 Jaeger devices completely basically nullified here. They're planed right at the top of red stairs there, and they don't really have any use. Thing is going to take a shot from far away from across the site, as now Saint is playing pretty aggressive in this bathroom. He has Knight to refrag there, as the Maverick trick is going to start to come out at the least. They're going to get a smoke down onto it, hopefully, as he's going to get the top part. And here's the Nitro Rip, and actually comes through. Able to tag Demantis down to half. Create an opening here for them, but still, this Maverick is chewing away at the wall, and they're going to be able to pick up Knight through it. He didn't get the bottom part yet, and I'm not sure which part he's missing, but it's not breachable just yet, as actually they do manage to get it open. So, good on Infinity there as they're able to work through that. Sleepy pushing close, but no, that's actually Blue, as Sleepy is going down on the other side. Thing able to take him down, as it's just Hazard picking up Blue. Thing goes down as well, just up to Saint all alone, the smoke, just with that SMG-11 and the shotgun. Chuma is careful to not push him, as both weapons can chew right through the man. But now the Nomad is the one to take the gunfight. He's down to a single piece of health, or a single point of health, as Hazard's also pretty low. He's going to be able to clean up Saint, though. The fast fire rate of that G8 able to clean things up. And that's Infinity pulling away now 5-2, trying to close this one out pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's yeah, just losing Piano. I think they should have probably put a few more ADSs into Piano. I think they do know now. So that's let's see if Blue actually does that. Because at least if anything, that last round is a learning experience. Let's just go with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's a lot to like unpack in that. Just like, but the main point is that like just losing half of top floor, or like 1/3 of top floor, is not a good sign. Like, and it was also done in like the first like 45 seconds, roughly, or for the first. Let's just say the first minute. I think that's a better time estimate.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, you see Blue. Does he put a second one though down? Let's see. Is he gonna put another one like different? I don't know. Does he have any left? No, he does not. Where are the other ones? Are they on red stairs again?
I think they might be trying to do that. Yeah, I think they might be trying to do that red stairs lockout.
10 seconds remaining.
They haven't set up the shield at the least, but his ADSs are not
seconds
really
insertion.
anywhere.
Attackers.
News, as they are more likely to help out. Oh, because you're at. Oh. Might be because of AFK. So, our broadcaster keeps getting AFK kicked because he's not talking.
Yeah, Discord
So-
doesn't like him, but whatever. They're just-
I don't blame Discord, but you know, to each their own, I guess. Ocho, this is such a bizarre thing that's been happening to me lately as well. The Maverick is not popping hatches instantaneously anymore. It takes a little bit of burning to get that down, but the C4 will instantly pop the hatches. Thing is quickly found out struggling on there, and that's the hard breach really down for Infinity here.
I don't believe Thing is expecting that much of an explosion, to be honest. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
yeah,
That's like a jump scare explosion right there.
yeah, definitely.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
very
gonna
big,
see-
very big pick though. Like getting rid of the Maverick will basically force Infinity to push this a bit differently.
Mhm.
They can't even open up castle barricades easy. They have to like time this grenade like so and open it up like that.
Ooh, we're actually going to see the mute just as he, the mute just as he drops down. He is going to be down thanks to the buck and confirmed there by Chuma. As now Blue rather. Oh my gosh, Blue is on half health. He's going to be found out here just outside of the wheel room mining. But he's going to be able to make his way back upstairs. And like you were saying, losing that Maverick, it now forces them into these really tight hallways, especially on the white side of the map. Oh, I guess we couldn't reach that part of it. But yeah, over there by the bathroom and by white stairs, by wood, it's just generally really tight and really defender-sided and favored as especially Saint. And if he chose to, Sleepy with those shotguns, as he's hanging actually off the barricade, Sleepy and Saint with those shotguns could very easily swing out from one of those rooms or hallways and pressure where they wanted, take out frags. But now Demantis is going to get nearly C4'd, but it's going to miss out from Sleepy as the buck is going to get closer up on the peak. But no, Sleepy with a bad angle on it. IQ is going to drop that skylight very quickly and mistimed with her teammates, not get anything as this defense looks all but a lockout. The buck is going to repel in, go down, not able to pick up Blue. Shiftang able to pick up Saint at least, as now the Ash is coming in. And if he can get the plant down right now, he's actually just got it on the last second, able to plant behind the barricade, but it's just Blue and Leo. Chuma able to live as he's just on a single second. As now, once again, that was missing on the planter, Blue.
Yeah, but this is actually even Pride won that in the end, but there was a lot of things that we can unpack. Obviously, Infinity a bit too confident right now in themselves, like taking too many risks, and Pride played that really well. But like you probably noticed that when they lost Maverick, they started playing a bit more liberally in this case. Like they weren't expecting anyone to open the castle barricade and stuff like that. And they got very early picks on, but then obviously you can't push top floor easily
Attackers need
with
to locate
a
and defuse bombs.
without a hard breacher in this case. So in the end, it was Pride played really well, but there's still things that both teams can I forgot the word. I'm trying to think. My non-English English speaking brain is currently on working. The improving. Let's just say work improvement. I think that's a better word.
You're good. So, yeah. I mean,
5 seconds left
ooh, is
before
that
insertion.
front bakery wall soft, actually, leading into...
Yeah,
Yeah.
it apparently
Objective
is.
to
That's
locate a
fully
bomb and
soft,
defuse
so
it.
they're going to be playing very aggressively through here. This is definitely an older strat that was there when the map first started out. You would basically just hold a dude down in that bakery like a bunker, and the hatch is hopefully going to get reinforced by Sleepy. But, oh, Demantis making him
Yeah,
actually kind of
he
scare him off. He had no clue that the buck was going up, but
Yeah.
Sleepy just scared off from that hatch.
I've
If he
never,
wanted
I've
to,
never,
he could real get it now.
yeah, I've never seen a person just nope so hard. Like, just-
Yeah. He came right up in and then ran right away so fast.
He's just like, I'm not gonna take this risk, you know, even if this risk might be so minimal, I'm not taking it anymore. I don't want to die immediately. Just
Yeah, there was, like you said, not at all wanting that risk. So the Buck is going to get to work here as he's going to create some big sight lines, and now the Maestro is going to take the gunfight, but only take about a single bit of damage. They don't seem to notice that this hatch is soft, as Hazard's not going to breach it open, as he's breaching literally everywhere around this hatch,
Bomb has been located.
but the hatch.
I think there might be leaving it for Demantis in this case. If he's not actually pushing downstairs, then I don't know what they're planning on doing.
Yeah.
Shuma's already on downstairs, so he's not gonna be able to open the hatch. And wait, did Demantis actually open it just now? I do
I'm
believe
not
I just did. Yeah, he did.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
okay.
they did that for him. So they're gonna. That is Shiftang shooting the toes of Blue. Unable to find the kill though, as it's just down to 3. Sleepy and Night were picked up. Leo at least able to trade right back onto Shiftang, as now the full upstairs pressure though is coming out, and the Mav wall is not going to be breached. I don't think he got this side far enough. I'm not sure which part he's missing out on, but he's trying to figure it out as they're going to try and work this wall open as well. And there it is, able to be opened up now. The Maverick gets that going. But with 30 seconds left, I mean, it's pretty in favor here for Pride to lock things out. All things considered, there's not as much upstairs pressure as there could be. Leo's gonna have to get aggressive here as he, or at least he's gonna play passively up on the wall spot. As now he's gonna go down thanks to Hazard. Hazard's gonna see one, but not the other, as he actually does end up seeing the smoke. The Mantis is able to clean up Blue as Hazard finishes off the last kill. And back onto map point now for the match is Infinity, as I can't say it for whatever reason. 6-3 now on the half.
And here's actually a good example of what I was talking about. How these two teams are like almost complete opposites of each other. Like one likes to play really slowly, and the other one likes to rush. And there you had the IQ basically just running in and getting so many kills. It's you need I don't know. It's Pride needs to do a lot of stuff to get back at this, and one of them has to be the way they play this. But they did actually bring the Echo this time, so we're gonna.
Attackers need to
I'm
locate and
I'm
defuse
interested
as
to see
many
how the
bombs as
Echo's
they
played.
can.
Yeah, so there's been very little Echo play so far on this map,
Bomb
considering
located
that
by
he's been unbanned. So definitely interesting there, as both teams rather seem, I'll word it instead as both teams seem very set on their strats. And well, even though Infinity didn't really drop from this hatch, Sleepy's gonna make sure the very first thing he reinforces is that hatch, so that there's no pressure coming from it without the Maverick. And I mean, yeah, it's just like there's not been very much pressure coming, play rather, coming out from any Echo. There's been, you know, both teams have been pretty comfortable to sit with their strats, not run this operator. Even though, like we said, he's just so strong. I remember way back when he used to be it used to be like Redeemer from North America back when he was on Space Station Gaming. It used to be like his signature pick, and he was like one of the very few people who used to play the DOP, and everyone was like, oh, this guy's so niche and he's so weird, and you know, Echo's a really tough pick. And then he got a second drone, and everyone was like, oh, well, Echo is the strongest defender right now. So,
Yeah, but that I used to main Echo at the time. I mean, you shouldn't really main anyone. If you play this game, you should be more versatile with everyone. But like, if you main a play style, that's the better version of it. But yeah, I think the second drone for Echo was a much needed thing. Because before he used to just be you said he's very niche, like it's a very niche pick, and it's
Attackers have located a bomb.
it's understandable, because once you lose that drone, what do you do then? You know, you have a very weak gun because it's silenced. I mean, not actually no, it's the same damage. It's the same damage as an MP5.
Now it is, but yeah, back then it used to be less.
Yeah, it's just he really needed that second drone, and such a simple change just boosted him up, made him a must ban basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So definitely a change to turn the operator into playable, made him a must ban. But now Chuma and Hazard are going to chime in with 2 frags as they look to put the nail in the coffin here. The Echo is still up, but not for much longer as it's just him and Blue. Blue is going to get one from his little bunker spot here as he gets a second onto Hazard as well. You could hear the that silenced MP5 rattling off as now Blue for 3. They're feeding into the meat grinder here one by one. As Infinity is now just stuck to 2-on-2. It's just Thing and Demantis. The plant is going to start to go down as the Yokai is going to disable it. But 30 seconds left. He's got plenty of time if he wants it. The nade is going to sail past Blue and miss, as now Knight is going to try and echo him off it again. He actually manages to get it this time. Great play here so far by Knight,
15 seconds
as
remaining.
Demantis is still on lockdown. The Yokai burst is found again, but the plant actually, it missed. It actually went down, but Blue with an ace.
Defenders have
I didn't realize how
located
fast he was going to get that, and once again, he's able to clutch it out for his
Defenders have disabled the
15th
bomb
kill.
diffuser. Defenders win.
Yeah,
You did.
I was not expecting that in any way. Oh man.
Oh, that was beautiful. That was so nice. 2 aces in this best of 3, so you know, Pride is slowly getting used to it. You know, I think they've gotten over their like beginning, like maybe nervousness and stuff like that, and they're getting into the game now. They're like, I don't know why. Like, I'm trying to think. Like, I think they had to do a lot of things, but like, I think the biggest downfall for anything that Infinity Ward loses at is usually just that they assume
Attackers
that
need to
no one can
locate and
shoot them.
defuse as many bombs as they can.
I feel like that's the main idea here, because like right now they're like, how they play is very different from when they played in the first map. Like, they're very slow. They're very they don't take that many risks. And the same thing with Pride right now. They're not taking risks. Like,
Yeah.
that Jaeger, like, Blue could have run out of there anytime he wanted, but no, he stayed there. He just, like, I think he knew that, like, the fact that he already got 3 kills is enough for them to not want to peek him.
10 seconds remaining.
So
I
it's,
definitely agree.
5
I
seconds
think
left
if you
before
put them
insertion.
back on border, Blue probably would have at least
Attackers
tried
must
to
locate
get
and defuse
aggressive
the bomb.
there, if not just fully push out. But instead, he played safely and passively, so good on him, as he just let them feed right into his crosshair, no one contesting multiple angles from him. And I mean, yeah, the Jaeger able to clean up an ace for himself, as I mean, it was really well done on his part.
if nothing, that was a wake-up call to Infinity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
And I hope that like they Infinity goes to a more like I don't want to say normal because it's not a normal playstyle, but like their usual like a methodical playstyle. I think that's a better word for it. But yeah, the castle actually doing a lot of work, like just keeping out and wasting grenades and stuff like that. Because they do have Chuma on Ash, but Chuma's not even like near the castle barricades. Oh, there's the one actually.
yeah. So at least no Ash charges are going to get zapped, no frag grenades as the ADS is dealt with, only taking a frag grenade. But once again, that forward position has to be abandoned by Knight, as now the attack is taking angles here and sight lines in from Piano. And now the Maverick once again going to work here on the wall. C4 misses out as it just exposes all the wall that he needs to open up.
Yeah, he needs more help than done actually.
Yeah, exactly. He's just like, oh, this is the part where I have to get rid of now. Cool.
He's just missing one piece from the left again, and I think that should. Oh, is it?
Oh,
He's not getting it.
There it is. So now that wall is going to get bucked open, and this map tricking from things been pretty good so far. Pretty reliable, but Blue equally reliable, able to clean up one for himself, running out and picking up Hazard as he's pulling up to 16 kills now. And that's actually the IQ, so the no Echo.
Yeah, Echo's gonna have a field day now. It's and yeah, I've noticed that there's a big change on how Pride actually plays, and it's actually working out for them really well. Ooh, like especially right there. not just stopping the defuse, even though they do have the Echo, and well, they can do it again. And well, there it goes again.
Yep, the Echo is just going crazy here, as now this lack of a ban is punishing Infinity here, as an 11th round now is coming out, as we're going to 12. Blue struggling to clean up his kills, as he makes it happen, and I mean that
17
Echo,
kills.
jeez, 17 from Blue, pretty crazy. Demantis not super far behind at 14, but still, I mean, this is really locking out for Pride here, excuse me, as we'll see if they want to go once again for the Echo that's been working out so well for them. But nope.
No, I don't think so, because
No.
like I do understand why they did this.
Attackers need to locate and
Because
defuse as many
holding
bombs as they
reading
can.
room is almost impossible with an Echo, because the entire roof of meeting room is basically wood. So if you have an IQ and the IQ gets top floor control, it's basically just, you know, you're just gonna lose bucket drones in this case. So instead, I think there's gonna be more of a top floor presence in this case than an actual site hold.
Yeah, and that's usually what we see. I think also outside of the table there in the dining room, there's not really much that the Echo can hide his drone under. You'll usually see a lot of that on some sites. I think the first one that comes to mind is CCTV on Clubhouse. He'll usually hide his drone under one of those desks, able to keep it for safekeeping there until the plant comes down. But there's nothing really on this site that he can hide it under aside from the dining table, which can be penetrated if need be. So like you said, that soft breachability from upstairs pretty much is it gives the IQ a lot of freedom to take down those Echo drones, but very quickly they're gonna take piano control here for Infinity, as I think you had also predicted it and said they're gonna hold upstairs pretty hard.
Yeah, definitely. I do believe they have 3 or 4 members right now on top floor. But this is basically just a top floor push, except this side is on bottom floor. But it's I do believe it's a pick
Bomb
quicker
located
this
by
time
attackers.
because there wasn't there's no presence in what's it called piano in this case.
So, yes, once again, they're gonna start to really pressure out this wall, and I agree. It is basically oh. So Mantis able to pick up Knight as he pushed out with the C4 to try and hit that hit the Maverick on the wall. Sleepy also had to get Doc stemmed up as he was down, almost bleeding out. But now he's gonna start to get pushed, and he's gonna see the Ash not take the shot. Good trigger discipline to try and see, not give away his position here. They don't seem to know he's back here, as he is still all alone. He's going to be able to clean up the bug as he got missed, unable to rotate through, caught on the edge. Thing able to refrag onto Sleepy.
Yeah, he almost got out of there, but the little bit of wall that was sticking out from the corner there just stopped him in his tracks. And if he would have, I do believe Sleepy might have gotten a second kill there.
Yeah, he definitely would have been in the position if he was able to rotate out. It's a shame that he got caught on that little sliver, as I guess you can't really step over it. But now the smokes are starting to come out. But speaking of, he's actually been taken down. Chuma able to take him down from above. That's the Ash picking up yet another for himself. As it's just down to Doc and Leo.
Attackers are
Blue
activating
here.
bomb
At least Leo's able to pick up Hazard up above, as well as Thing. He's rotated down to pillars. And now he's going to get taken down, though, by Chuma. It's just up to Blue. Has to pick up 18 and 19. He's looking for 18 at least. He's shot from above.
Position compromised.
Taken down pretty low. He's got a single stim left. Able to put himself up to 70 at the least, but now he's going upstairs to try and deal with Shift Hang.
I don't believe there's enough time for this.
Out. Yep, I agree. Shift Hang untagged, not penetrated there.